If you're here, you're probably thinking about your future. Retirement may feel like it's a long way off, but trust me, the earlier you start planning for it, the better off you'll be. One of the biggest questions that pop up when talking about retirement is, how much should I save? The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. How much you should save depends on factors like your lifestyle goals, the age you want to retire, and your current financial situation. But don't worry, I'm going to break it all down for you. Let's dive in and figure out a solid plan to give you the freedom to enjoy retirement on your own terms. Step 1. Start with your retirement goal. Before we talk numbers, you have to ask yourself a big question. What kind of retirement do I want? This isn't just about saving money, it's about creating a life you're excited to live once you hit those golden years. Do you dream of traveling the world? Maybe you want to buy a beach house and live in paradise. Or maybe you want a quiet, low-key retirement where you can spend more time with family, or start that passion project you've been putting off for years. The goal you set for your retirement will impact how much you'll need to save. Think about your future lifestyle. This clarity will help you come up with an amount that feels realistic and motivating. Step 2. Understand the 4% rule. The 4% rule is a popular guideline for retirement savings. It suggests that you should aim to have enough saved so that when you retire, you can withdraw 4% of your nest egg each year. The idea is that with this withdrawal rate, your savings will last for the long haul. For example, let's say you want $50,000 per year in retirement income. According to the 4% rule, you would need $1,025 million saved by the time you retire. This may sound intimidating, but it's a great starting point for understanding how much you need. Don't panic if $1,025 million feels far out of reach. It's not about hitting that exact number right away. It's about understanding the importance of saving consistently and growing your money over time. Step 3. The power of compound interest. One of the greatest tools at your disposal when saving for retirement is compound interest. This is when the money you earn on your savings starts earning interest itself. Over time, this snowball effect can significantly grow your savings. Here's an example. Let's say you start saving $500 a month at age 25 and you earn an average return of 7% per year. By the time you're 65, you'll have over $1.5 million. That's the magic of compound interest at work. Now, I know saving $500 per month might sound like a lot right now, but if you can start small and gradually increase your savings as your income grows, you can set yourself up for an amazing future. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Step 4. Calculate your target savings based on your lifestyle. Now let's get into the math a bit more, but don't worry, it's easier than you think. If you're aiming to live comfortably in retirement, you'll need to estimate how much money you'll need each year. Start by imagining your retirement expenses. Here's a simple way to break it down. Daily living expenses. Think about things like food, utilities, transportation, and healthcare. Desired activities. If you plan on traveling, attending events, or taking up new hobbies, add those costs. Emergency fund. Always keep some extra cash set aside for unplanned expenses. Once you have a general idea of how much you'll spend annually in retirement, multiply that number by 25. This gives you a ballpark figure of how much you should aim to save by retirement using the 4% rule. This might seem like a huge goal, but remember, you don't need to hit that target all at once. You have plenty of time to work toward it. One thing a lot of people forget to account for when planning for retirement is inflation. Over time, the cost of goods and services rises, meaning that your $1 today may not be worth the same amount in 20 or 30 years. Step 5. Factor in inflation. For example, let's say inflation is around 3% per year. If you want $40,000 in today's dollars to cover your retirement expenses, you might need $90,000 or more in the future to maintain the same standard of living. So, When you're figuring out how much to save for retirement, make sure to consider inflation. A good rule of thumb is to aim to save more than you think you'll need so you're better prepared for the future. Step 6. Automate your savings. Now that you've got an idea of how much you need to save, the next step is making sure you actually do it. And let me tell you, there's nothing easier than automating your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your retirement savings account. You can start with a small amount, like $100 a month, and increase it over time as you get more comfortable with saving. Automation takes the guesswork and discipline out of the process, so your money grows without you having to think about it. Step 7. Diversify your investments. While saving is important, investing is what truly builds wealth. If you're putting your money in a savings account or under your mattress, it's not going to grow fast enough to keep up with inflation. That's where investments come in. Start by contributing to tax-advantaged retirement accounts like a 401k or an IRA. These accounts allow your money to grow without being taxed, and many employers offer matching contributions, which is basically free money. Don't leave that on the table. From there, consider diversifying your investments: stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, etc. This way, you're spreading out your risk while taking advantage of potential growth. The more you understand your options and find what works for you, the better you'll set yourself up for retirement success. Step 8. Adjust as you go. Life happens. Your plans might change, your career may shift, or you might encounter unexpected expenses. That's okay. The key is to adjust your savings plan as needed. Maybe you can't save as much one year because of an emergency. That's fine. Just try to catch up when you can. Or perhaps you get a raise and can increase your savings. Every little bit helps. The important thing is to stay committed and keep working toward your goal. The journey to retirement doesn't have to be perfect, but it does need to be consistent. Step 9. Celebrate the small wins. Finally, let's talk about celebrating. Saving for retirement can be a long road, and it can sometimes feel overwhelming. But don't forget to acknowledge the small wins along the way. Maybe you hit a milestone, like saving your first $10,000 or maxing out your IRA contribution for the year. Celebrate that. Every step you take brings you closer to a future you can look forward to. And always remember, the power of compounding and consistent saving is on your side. The earlier you start, the greater the rewards. So, how much should you save for retirement? The answer is, it depends. But with a clear goal, a solid plan, and some time on your side, you can reach your retirement dreams. Start today. Automate your savings, invest wisely, and watch your money grow. You've got this. As you take control of your financial future, keep in mind that retirement is not just about numbers. It's about having the freedom to live the life you've always imagined, and that's worth working for. Now, go ahead and take that first step. Whether you're just starting or already on your way, you're making progress. Your future self will thank you.